Hey, everybody. We're going to jump right in and get started today. But before we do that, let's tune in with our body because today we're going to end with an organ reset. We're going to start at the feet. We're going to come up to the head. And we're going to end with the organs, which is perfect for me today as I do have a spiked headache. I used to live every day for 30 years with a headache this high, and I've very much enjoyed it coming down. And so whenever I have a spike, I know it's not going to last nearly as long as it used to. So let's just tune in with our body today. Feel the feet, bottom of your feet to Mother Earth, and ask Mother Earth if you can send your energy down in to Mother Earth. Say, Mother Earth, may I enter? She always says yes, but it's just a sign of respect and love to ask first. And allow the energy to be drawn down into the earth. We're going to come back to that energy towards the end of our class. And as we stand here, feel in and bend your knees to see how much can you bend into your ankles as you bend your knees. Take your hips from side to side. Where do you have openness and where's there restriction? Roll those shoulder blades. Which one actually can move away from the back part of the ribs? Big circles with your arms. Which one creates a smooth circle? Which one has a hiccup in it? Look right and left. Drop your ears to your shoulders. Where is there tension in the neck? Where is there more open flow? Can you drop your head back? I used to never allow myself to drop my head back. And take your hands to the scalp and just massage it and see, is there some movement from the scalp off of the skull? I have gained in even that much openness to my body. All right, we are going to do a lot of head work today. So if we're going to do that, we're actually going to start by opening the pressure down in the ankles. The ankles, every joint is a mirror image of another joint. And the jaws, the hips, and so the jaws, the hips, and the ankles have a lot of connected mirroring pressure to it. And so feel into your jaws real quick. Open them slowly and close them. Because we're going to do some feet work. And I want you to remember your baseline pressure in your jaws and feel it again later after we do some of our leg work, our lower body reset. If you'd like, you're welcome to grab a pillow to put behind your head. Remember that when we start with this hip release, which is going to be great because we're going to end with the organ reset. We're going to be opening up that back area just by touching the organs and speaking to them. But let's go ahead and do it physically by opening up the joints deep inside. So when we do this, we're going to lift our shoulders up to our knees, lying on our back. And I want you to make sure you're not lifting with your head or your neck. You're lifting with your chest. So let's go ahead and come down, lay back. You can have that pillow under your head if you need it. I like to support it on a day like today when that head is just a little extra tension from the base of the cranium. Take your right knee and lay it over that left knee. I'm going to wet my fingers because I feel like the legs, I just need a little bit more balminess to my hands to make them a little bit sticky. Now you can grab at your knees, at your shins, or at your ankles. But the key here is pinning your hands to your skin and giving your skin a rotational torque towards you. So pick your spot. I'm going to go right across the middle on the shins. And right here, I want you to relax into your hip joints. Completely turn off any tension that's in your hip joints and allow your hands to pull the legs towards your chest. Now, engage that pelvic floor. Squeeze your bottom. Bring like that elevator up and zip up the front of your abdomen and send that belly button to the spine. And a beautiful sun ray is warming me now after 2 days of rain. Keeping your neck turned off, lift with your chest to your knees. Take your nose to the left, and then bring your left shoulder up to the knees. So we have a little counter rotation in the upper body. That's our upper body pin. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3. If you need to rest, that's okay. Otherwise, we're going to look to the right with your nose and bring your right shoulder up to your knees. Keep that neck calm. Breathe through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to glide my hands up to my knees and add that torque on my knees and external rotation in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Twirl those feet around very slowly. They might even become starting to get numb, but we want to open up the ankles while the knees and hips are locked in place. And relax that chest. Open up the legs, put your feet flat, and just lay your knees from side to side. Get some movement in there. This is like us taking our walk and integrating what we just did. This is giving the body time to remember that openness and integrate it so that it will keep the memory of it. And it doesn't go right back to being restricted again. Take a deep breath, relax your body, relax your pelvic floor all the way out. Say, ah. All right, left knee over the right knee. Bring those knees up to your chest using your abdomen, not your neck. Grab your hand on top of the shins as far as you can, and then pin it and rotate them towards you. Like pull that skin towards your chest. Activate your pelvic floor, belly button to spine, and using your chest with your neck turned off, lift up to your knees. Let's look to the left and lift that left shoulder up to your knees. So the right shoulder goes back to the ground. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. And maybe open and close your legs a little, kind of like straightening your legs and bending them. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. All right. Coming to center with it. Look to your right. Lift your right shoulder up with your left shoulder to the ground. Your neck starts to tighten and tense. Relax it and activate the abdomen and pelvic floor to hold you up. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Roll those ankles slowly in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. And just kind of, I like to move my legs around because go ahead and lay back down. Pull the knees in towards your shoulders and armpits, kind of like a happy baby. If you want to lift your feet up, I like to do this after doing the hip release. I do the happy baby yoga pose. So it's feet up in the air and your hands are grabbing the base of your feet and you're just kind of pressing those knees down into the ground. You can press into your hands if you'd like for some counter action, resistance, and then let go and let the knees come all the way to the ground again. Breathe in through the nose and say, ah. Really let go of that pelvic floor. Make sure it's fully relaxed all the way through that vaginal canal. All right, lay yourself to your right or left. So leaning to the side, using your hands to press yourself up and coming to center. Now for this next maneuver, the knee torque, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it sitting with one hand or 2 hands on each knee. I believe I did that in a previous recording. Or I like to have a little bench, or depending on just your ability to sit as low as you can get. So sometimes I do this leaning against the wall with a yoga bolster underneath me. But what I want to be able to do is have my hips lower than my knees for me. Go at your own pace. And then I want to really get my fingers sticky. I'm going to press my hands right on top of my knees with my thumbs going deep into the inside. Wrap my full hand, so my whole hand is touching the tops of the knees. And then I'm going to pretend to give myself a thumbs up with both of them. So that it's this action right here. Okay, pressing the hands down, full hand against the skin, and we're gonna rotate externally. And we're just gonna hold it here. Most of the time, I set a timer for at least 3 minutes, so we'll see how far we get. But I want you to zip up that zipper in front of your belly and send the belly button to the spine. Relax your shoulder blades. Let your shoulders come down away from your ears. Open and close your jaw slowly. Look right and left, maybe some big circles with your neck, whatever feels comfortable. We're holding and opening the pressure in the lower part of the body. And so we want to move the pressure that's coming up to the top of the body. All right, come back to center with the head. Pelvic floor hold again. See if you can add a little bit more rotation to those knees. And let's breathe in through our mouth. 1, 2, 3. If your arms are tensing up, relax them. Try to just use your hands. Keep breathing through your mouth as we drop one knee in. Exhale, drop the other knee in. Breathe in through the mouth. This is great for that internal rotation of the hips. Breathe in through the mouth. Drop in one knee and the other. Keep breathing. Check on that pelvic floor. One more time each side. And the last one. Open and close that jaw one more time slowly. Allow a yawn to come into effect. And exhale. Relax the hands, shake them out. Maybe grab a couple fingers and do some finger twists and pulls. That's a whole nother thing that we teach. Maybe get your fingers to pop a little. Rotate that spine, that upper body, move that pressure that we just shifted. And imagine a DNA double helix of fascial layers flowing all the way up our legs and then winding around our hips. So whenever I do the knee torque on clients, they will actually feel it release up their thighs and into their low back. It's best when a partner can do it on you because then your upper body is fully relaxed. So let's get up and walk to integrate that so our body can remember by integrating it now so it doesn't go back to that restriction. So taking your time, standing up and taking a walk with that. You can walk in a straight line so that you can compare your right and left side a little bit easier, or you can do a figure 8, which allows you to turn corners and let your body go in a flow state. Halfway through, you can even change your directions and take off on the other leg so that you're really getting all the curves and proprioception integrated. All right, I'm gonna sit back down to do this next part. Again, in order to grab my legs, I use, it does not gross me out to use my own spit. So I do it, I don't do it on other people. Warm up those hands, get them balmy. And we are gonna open up the ankles a little bit more. Now, the calf is our second heart, and we're gonna end our class today by opening up our heart. So we're gonna actually open up our heart first down here. The front of the leg holds a lot of meridians between the gallbladder, the stomach, kidneys are in the back, and the gallbladder's part in the back too. Starts up here and goes up the side and up the back. And so as we're doing this, I want you to think about opening up the highway, the pathways of electricity that is going to touch your organs, end up at the head, and come all the way back down, like we're putting the electricity back down into our grounding into Mother Earth. So there's more to it than just opening up the shin. Okay, lifting that right foot up, clasp your hands, lay it down towards the base of the leg with a pointing, actually with a toes tugged back action, because we want to really press against the top of the leg and now point your toe. Now you should have this nice opening section to the creases that are in the front of the ankle. Roll that foot around slower than you want to. It's important that you go slow. And after a little bit, I want you to start to shrug your shoulders. Let those hands on the shin. We're going to drop our shoulders from right to left. So we're really opening up not just the skin, but the layer of fascia under the skin and above the shin bone. Keep moving that foot. You're pressing your foot through like you're putting a really tight sock on, and your hands are like pulling the tight sock on. So you've got opposite direction in that way. Now let's do the same thing on the bottom. Clasp your hands under your leg, down towards the base, right above the ankle, and point your toe. Really act like you're pulling on a tight sock. Push those toes through into the sock while you're pulling back. I drop my thumbs and have them across the top. So I've got the whole grasp of my leg. Now pull those toes back and allow that right where people get that plantar fasciitis. Right now, go ahead and tuck that pelvic floor, that belly button to your spine, and let's breathe. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing as you straighten your arms, lean back, and really send that foot through those hands as you rotate. Full hands on your leg, rotate back and forth to open up those fascial layers deep, close, the deepest layers closest to the bone is what we're doing. Roll the ankle and allow your hands to kind of glide up that calf. We're not massaging, we're not gliding like a massage, but we might shift it and come up a little bit higher with each deep breath you take. All the breaths right now are going to be through your mouth. So I like to take my hands and pull apart and just finish opening up the back of the legs, because again, we have a lot of blood flow, lymphatic drainage, and meridian electrical pathways that flow through here. And while we're still on that side, actually, let's do the hamstring on this side. I do better standing to do the hamstring. So clasping your hands again, but behind, just above the knee. You can start at the knee, but you'll end up on the upper thigh. So, or you'll end up crawling up this way. So you're going to clasp behind the knee, straighten your arms, get your feet in the position with the part that makes you feel comfortable to lean back. So I'm going to press my hands against my thigh and lean back onto that, putting my weight on the back leg. I'm doing my right leg forward, so my weight is on my left. And now you're going to start to drop your shoulders from side to side, and you'll feel your hands tugging from side to side, that fascia deep inside the back of the leg. So pick a spot and let's breathe. Look over your left. I'm going to lean to my right and look over my left shoulder. You can find your own restriction area. Feel free to move that back leg so your weight is over it. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Keep moving it up a little, rotating as you want to. Just counter rotate the head and the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. All right, coming back down to your seat. Bring that right foot over that left knee. And we are going to grab on however you want to. You're going to be doing two things. You'll be pushing the foot into the sock, pulling the sock on, and you're going to be counter rotating as you're pulling that sock on. So however you want to grab onto the base of the leg right above the ankle, I like to change it as I start to feel how my pressure is going to go. So I'm going to grab it, both hands under, grabbing. Right hand's going to pull towards me, left hand pulls away. It does not matter. Do what is comfortable for you. So I have a counter rotation at the base of my leg. I'm going to push my foot into that sock and pull that sock back. I'm going to set my belly button to my spine. I'm going to look one way, drop my shoulders the opposite way. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Roll your ankle. Keep breathing through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. At any time, you're welcome to rotate the opposite direction with your hand. Do it back and forth. Any way to open up those layers of fascia underneath that skin. Okay, let's go for a walk and feel the difference from your right side to the left, including your lungs. Feel into those jaws. How does the bottom of your foot feel? How does your hip, knee? Check out those shoulders, the neck. All right, let's do the other side. We have a whole series to do. So I'll go a little bit faster. We started with the shin. Had to think about it. All right, so clasp in the front, drop it down to the base of the foot with your toes kind of held back. Now send it forward in a point and big circles. Breathe through your mouth. 1, belly button to spine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now at any time, wiggle, shift. Okay, let's do it. Let's open that heart. Clasp them underneath with a pointed toe. And then pull that toe back. Have a cramp. Interesting. I like it. Shift the pressure. I'm going to lean this way. Pointing the toe first. Really get in. I like to lean back, straighten the arms so I can drop my shoulders from side to side to really open it up more. Big circles with the toe, belly button to spine. Breathe through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move it around across from you, and 6. Really take those fingers and open up all the way to the back of the knee, all the way up. Give love to all those meridians, lymphatics, and blood flow. I like to stand to do the next, but you can do it seated. Clasp the hands behind the knee, although you're going to end up coming up the back of the thigh. Get your weight on that back leg by straightening the arms and letting your shoulders drop from side to side. Remember, you can look the opposite way that your shoulders are going, and we're just going to free, slow dance with ourselves. Breathe in through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Letting the hands come up the back of the thigh. 5. Right up that hamstring, and 6. Sitting back down, left foot over the right knee. Pick how you want to do your snake bite rotation. Remember that we're going to be pushing the foot through. Let's pull on that tight sock and push your foot through. Big circles with your toe, belly button to spine reminder. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Keep that snake bite going. Regrip if you need to. 4, 5, 6. All right. Little extra pull apart in the back. And go ahead and go for a walk. I'm going to check the time for us. All right. Beautiful. Now, breathe into those lungs. Even though we did the work in the lower body, we're opening up that pressure in the mid body and through the head. Now we're going to do, just take a moment, stand still, and feel the energy flowing through your body. What is your body asking to tell you? Maybe it's wanting to tell you that it's lighter, that there's some mobility in places. Maybe it's saying, hey, there's still pressure over here. You feel it as pain, but it's just pressure. And this is whenever you really want to check in. And as you learn fascial maneuvers, you can say, oh, I need to do this maneuver real quick to release that pressure. Sometimes I feel it in my wrists after doing the ankles, and I just need to do some wrist openings. So that's part of beginning to listen to the language of your body. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go from the lower body of the lower zone to the upper zone, the head. And we're going to start off with peekaboo. Peekaboo is going to be the main one that we only do in one direction. You're going to take your right hand and grab it over to the left side of the neck. And right here, you want your temple on your right side to touch against the forearm. Your head, arm is not right. You're going to take the butt of the palm of your hand and set it right under the eye on the cheekbone and let the hand wrap around. Now, right here, I want you to start to send your both elbows to the left and your shoulders, so your whole upper body's turning to the left. However, your temple and your eyes are going to keep to the right. Whole energy. The spine, relax the shoulders in a squat, like a chair is behind you, but you're not ready to sit in. I'm going to check and see if I am still connected. Looks like I am. Walk that off. Looks like I'm still connected. I said it was disconnected. I was probably pressing too hard on it. Walk that off and feel how the neck rotated. Look around, because by now we should be bringing the body out of stress enough to heighten your senses. They might be a little bit crisper to your visual pleasure looking through your eyes. All right, my favorite, the antler twist. Yesterday I did the Freer twist bliss, which is both sides, but today we're just going to do one side, and we're just going to do it the original way. All right, let's warm up those hands. Start with the right fingers forward on the right side, left fingers forward, or left fingers facing back on the left temple. Press in, meet the fingers at the top, and lift up gently. Open your mouth slowly 3 times with that belly button to the spine. Open 1, 2, 3. I like to lift gently at the wrists upwards while relaxing the shoulder blades and the neck. Look to your right and breathe in 3 times. Look to the left and breathe in your nose and out your mouth 3 times. Go. 1, 2, 3. Moving, looking up, breathing on your own, looking down, big circles. There's no set plan. It's been a long time since I've done it this way. I like my advanced modified way. So you can go down in a squat and come back up, relax those shoulder blades, come up and look neutral and bring your hands down. Let your neck integrate. Feel into your throat. How did that shift things in the back of your throat? How about your palate? I think I want to add in a palate real quick. Let's cross our right foot over our left. Lay our right hand just on our left chest, left hand on top of it. Stick your thumb up like you're giving me a thumbs up. Belly button to spine. We're going to swipe from the right upper molar, big rainbow over your palate, to the left upper molar. Go ahead and do it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let that move and sway. You know what? I think I'm going to check one more time. Shocks. Okay, just making sure you can hear me. All right, getting cheeky. We're going to do the same thing. Right fingers, use the pads of the tips of your fingers right on where the cheekbone and the jaws kind of connect, right in there. Left fingers are going to start back and bring it forward. So right fingers start face forward, rotate up and back. Left fingers start back, rotate up and forward. Open and close your jaw 3 times slowly. Regrip if you want to. Look to the right and breathe 3 times. Belly button is to spine for that lower pin. Look to the left. Look up. Keep breathing through the nose. Really let that C1 and 2 have some movement while the front half of the face is in a pin. All right. We're going to do one more before we take a little walk to integrate. The double ear pull. Take your thumbs. I'll come in a little bit closer. Take your thumbs and hope you guys can hear the cardinal as beautiful as I can. Take your thumbs and stick them inside your ear. Grab the top of your ear on both sides. This is where it would be nice if my hair was back, but it is not. Thank you. Stick the thumbs in, rotate forward and pull out, belly button to spine. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Open and close your jaws 3 times slowly. Really keep getting a new grip on the ears as you need to. Look around. Breathe in through that nose and out your mouth. Do you guys notice how my voice has lowered and I've slowed down a little bit more? I know it's a slower practice for me today. You can squat, you can move around, and I like to really tug on those ears a little extra, especially if there's a tender spot. And this is actually helping my head now. The head pressure is starting to ease a little bit more. Pull down on the earlobes, pull out on the sides. All right, let's walk to integrate that. And maybe talk to yourself. Say, oh, I really like this body. You're welcome, body. Thanks, body. Maybe talk to yourself and hear your voice, because if mine has lowered, your voice has maybe lowered as well. So letting that integrate, opening up all that fascia that holds the vertebrae, that neck vertebrae together in the cervical area, affects everything coming down. It affects the upper palate. It affects your diaphragm, which is a palate. And well, I'll say there's 3 diaphragms. So it affects your upper mouth palate, your middle diaphragm, and your lower diaphragm, right down here where your bladder is. So sinus release. Let's change it up this time. So normally the sinus release is like this, but let's add some jaw into it. I learned this from a season 1 coach, Natasha. She likes to be creative. Take your left hands and lay it on the outside of your right nose. Now, bring your hand back down. I'm going to do half of the inner jaw work that we do, which means we're placing our fingers right inside our jaws, right inside here. So this finger is going to go in, twist up and out, just like that, while we are pulling on that nose. So you're going to have the opposite separation going on. So left fingers on the outside of the right bridge of the nose. The right finger, pointer finger, is going to go inside, glide along your gum line, all the way nestled back. Make sure your nail isn't hurting, poking you. You're going to rotate that hand up and out and pull away from the body and take 6 breaths in through your nose and out your mouth. Go ahead. Move and slow dance with the pelvic floor as you're doing it. And let's do one more on that side. Take your thumb into that same corner, pinch it with your fingers on the outside and tug down as your fingers are sending it back. So pinching in, tug down. These 3 fingers, pin it back to the ear. Open that mouth as you finish. Extra little bit. All right. Right hand to the outside bridge of the left side of the nose. Pointer finger goes in the upper jaw, rotates up and out and pulls away. 6 breaths in your nose and out your mouth as you slow dance in any direction. Remember that pelvic floor hold. Come on out. Take that right hand, pinch your thumb goes up in that same spot. Pin it, pull it down. Palm or pads of your fingers pressing up towards the hairline. Separate it. Open your jaw as you finish out that separation. All right. Little extra I gave you today. Let's calm all of that newness that we're giving to the cervical area and the palate, which is the sphenoid bone, which is also the hips, the way it mirrors, by doing a vagus nerve reset. Yesterday, I focused more on the front. Let's go towards the back. So finding that tight spot, that just following it down from the back of the base of the cranium behind your ear, follow a tight one all the way down and pin it. Move your chin in little circles. Find where the tightest spot is and then move your fingers to that spot, really finding it, pressing in and rotating out. Take your Spock hands, lay your palm on your chin, on that jaw, 2 fingers behind the ear, 2 fingers in front. Start to send that chin away, looking up at the sky. Sit back in the squat, belly button to spine. Breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. Slow dance, find a restriction and hold it. Keep breathing. 3 more breaths. Tuck that chin in. Look up. However you're doing it is fine. Let's do that with the other side. Start at the base of the cranium. Glide down until you find that tight spot. Move the chin in little circles. See if you need to pin it further back a little bit more. There, I found it. Spock hands. 2 fingers in the front, 2 fingers behind as you really cup that chin and jaw. Send that jaw up and away from your shoulder. Sit back in the squat. Belly button to spine for that lower body pin. And move around with a slow dance. You can move your chin, you can move your shoulders in your nose and out your mouth 6 times on your own. Go. All right. Okay. Beautiful on time. And now we are ready. Boy, I feel so much calmer. Like my shoulders have this separation from the ears. I was very clogged and restricted at the base of the cranium. I had my son kind of hold it and open it up. And he had to come out and touch a tree because he's like, man, I felt all that energy. And I'm like, yeah, go touch a tree. And he's like, it left him by the time his foot touched the ground. So that's how quick grounding works for moving energy for us. So we're going to come and settle back in and do our organ reset. Now, I say it a little different every time because our organs represent so much more than just one emotion. So I really follow with my heart, and at the same time, I will guide you a little bit about what each organ does. So just go with the flow, okay? We are going to follow the organs from the ileocecal valve, small intestine, up to the liver and gallbladder, over to the stomach, to the large intestine, valve of Houston, to the bladder. So we're going to start with those. The thing about all of these is they all have something to do with our digestion, and they all hold. Keep in mind that even though I say they may store lower vibrational frequency emotions such as fear, worry, anxiety, sadness, anger, grief, even though I might say that, keep in mind that if they hold and store lower frequencies, they really love to receive higher frequencies such as joy, desire, peace, Just happiness, right? Ease. So keep that in mind whenever I do this. All right, taking your hands to your belly buttons. We're going to treat our hands and our arms as antenna, because just as a crystal has to be inside your phone in order for it to send and receive the vibrational frequency signals, our nails, our teeth, our hair, our bones, and our fascia, the gel-like fluid that flows through our fascia, all of that is our antenna, our liquid crystal inside of us that is sending and receiving these signals. Okay. So when we are holding our hand to our neck, we're allowing that to be an antenna. We're allowing that to be our intention. We're allowing that to be our grounding. And we're going to open up the electrical flow. So if your arm gets tired of pressing and rotating, just gently lay your hand against your skin with the intention that you're opening the electrical pathways and you're allowing the signals to flow with ease. Okay. Belly buttons to, or hands to the belly button, 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to down. Somewhere there in the middle, feel for a harder spot. Once you find it, put your right hands on it, press in, and you can give a little thumbs up rotation if you'd like. I'm not going to press a lot. I actually may just lay my hand today because I do not want to activate this area of my head, my upper body again, because I'm keeping that calmed down after getting it calmed. Left hand is going to hold on to my neck, lay it on your trap, whatever's comfortable. Belly button is to the spine right here. Look to the left, rotate your shoulders to the right. We're going to open up this ileocecal valve that has so much to do with autoimmune issues, skin issues, because this valve gets a lot of chemicals caught up in it with the restrictions of the fascia around it. So let's open up this valve, send it the intention to ease, and allow this grief that we hold here to let go. Breathe in through our mouth. 1, 2, 3. Say, I let go of this grief that I was holding on to. And I open up to receive my peace and my joy. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Let go of those hands. Let them shake. Allow whatever kind of shaking that comes natural for you to happen, mostly just to give the body a rest and know that we're not stuck in this position for too long. Find your sternum at the very bottom of your sternum. Follow the ribs down to the right. Here you may find a hard spot or a tender spot. Once you find it, press in. Again, you can press in and viscerally rotate it, thumbs up and hold it. Today, I want to keep this gallbladder channel that comes underneath this trap area calm. So I'm literally just going to lay my hand here. Left hand's going to ground here. Here's my antennas. I'm going to go skin to skin and maybe let my hand just lay on my side. So I'm not having to hold it there. It's being held up today. I've never even done it this way, but I am today. Look to the left, rotate to the right, belly button to spine for some activation through that spinal column. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulder blades. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. This is where I benefit saying, I forgive you, Mother. I forgive you, Father. I let go of any resentment that I hold on to from those moments of judgment. I love you with my innocent love. And I receive innocent love from you. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for showing up and being there for me through that one. I think I needed that more than I realized. Rotate those shoulders. That gallbladder channel, you may have, I'm getting a little heady from that because I'm feeling that come all the way up to where the gallbladder channel ends, all the way up through here. So just letting my body remember this, not rushing on to the next one quite yet. This is where I choose to be. And for me, I felt all the energy, the yang energy that's been heavy up here. It's down in my the insides of my legs. So that meridian opened up and it's allowing it to come back down, which gallbladder would be on the outside. So that might have been the bladder or the stomach. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. What matters is that you're listening to your body and you're allowing yourself to be aware that the energy shifted. So now my yang and my yin isn't so all up here, and my yin depleted. The yang has balanced and the yin is balanced. That's what we're looking for as we're doing this. All right, let's move on to the stomach. Taking your right hand, lay it right underneath that rib cage, press in, and I lift gently towards that right shoulder at a diagonal. Left hand's going to ground somewhere around the neck, doesn't matter how. There, I'm going to do it like this today, not my typical. Belly button to spine, look to the left, turn to the right. Nice little tug on it. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Your stomach is also our heart's desire. So let's just say, I remember my joy and I receive my peace. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Let it come out. Whatever sounds want to come out, let them come out. And shake those hands out. Open in big circles with your ankles. If you're feeling it, if you are feeling that, maybe you're feeling the shake. Doesn't matter. Just move that body a little bit, move that energy. Take that right hand and let's go right across that lower abdomen. So you can go 2 inches to the right, 2 inches down, and feel for a tight. Maybe it's tight, maybe it's not. Maybe there's a tender spot, maybe not. It doesn't matter. You're in the right vicinity if you're from the pubic bone to the hip in the middle somewhere. Okay. I'm going to lay my right hand across there and lift up to my right shoulder. I just like to pin it that way. Left hand to your neck in some way. Let's look to the left and rotate that torso to the right, belly button to spine, in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. And this is where I benefit from saying, I let go of the overthinking. And I let go of what no longer serves me. I only hold on to what is still nourishing me at this point. I hold on to what nourishes my highest and greatest good. And I eliminate anything else out of the body that is not for my highest and greatest good. Finish with some deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth. Maybe add some swing. And exhale deeply with a sigh. Shake it out. That is a big connection from our large intestine and the valve of Houston up to our mental state. So when we calm the small and large intestine, from being overstressed and we allow the valves to keep the correct bacteria where they're supposed to be, then our mental state and our emotional state is calmer. That's why doing the stress reset before bed really allows people to get into a deeper sleep, because all the thinking they've done all day that they didn't finish, they kept the tabs open. They're able to close those tabs down and shut down. It's like a hard reset for your computer. When was the last time you gave your computer a hard reset? A nice little sleep mode, if you will. Belly button, or sorry, bladder. Let's talk about the fear that we hold in our body. When we are startled, all of our creases and our joints come in and we hold onto that fear in our bladder. That's going to be connected to our bladder meridian and the kidneys as well. Take that right hand, well, take both hands to your pubic bone, lift up until it caves in and you'll feel that bladder. Squeeze in that butt, lean back and pull your hands apart. You're welcome to keep both hands here or put one on your neck. I'm going to keep them here. My elbows are still my antenna for grounding. My feet are on the ground. Look left, turn right, lean back. Pelvic floor is in place, belly button to spine. Breathe through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Move that neck around if you desire. And say, thank you, fear, for protecting me. But my creator, my God, my source, my universal divine energy, whatever works for you, is already protecting me. My angels, my spirit guides, my breath, my nourishment is already protecting me. My aura. Think about all the things that protect you. And so I no longer require holding on to this fear. I am ready to let it go. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Shake it out. All right. Not sure when we started, but we're going to finish it up here. We've got a few left. Let's take right hand, place it up as high as you can along that bra line, nipple line area. Press forward, pull it down. This is the kidneys. You're also getting the lungs, diaphragm, ribs, left hand to your neck. Teapot lean over to the left, belly button to spine. You're welcome to bend your knees and go deeper. Drop forward if you want. Lean back, whatever gets into that kidney area. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Sway as you finish your breaths. 1, through the nose. 2, 3. Say thank you for being my powerhouse. Thank you for showing up for me even whenever I am pushing too much. And switch sides. Left hand to the nipple line. Press it forward, down. Right hand behind the neck. Belly button to spine. Teapot lean. Like I'm a little teapot to your right. Tuck that chin in. Relax that shoulder blade as you're tugging down with that hand. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Say, I am ready to slow way down. Sway a little. And say, when I slow way down, I get more done. Roll your shoulder blades. 3 more through the nose and out your mouth on your own. Let that left thumb glide all the way down to the bottom rib against the spine. Press in and rotate forward. Feel the spleen activate when you drop your right elbow down to your toes, belly button to spine. Drop that right shoulder down a little bit more. There it is. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Say, I let go of the worry that I was taught to, I let go of the worry I was taught to rely on. For I now know trusting in myself, my body, others, my angels, my God within me. Trust is what fuels me now. And finish out with 3 breaths in your nose and out your mouth. Right hand on your throat. Kind of lifting up, actually left hand, glide it from the chin all the way down, pin it down, thumb and fingers pinning at the base. Right hand, finding that little esophagus, trachea, pressing against the outside edges and lifting up. So you feel very safe as you're opening up this thyroid area, your powerhouse, your power plant of your hormones. Breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. And say, only God speaks through me and allows me to speak my truth. And others receive it even when it's inconvenient. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let the fingers glide the rest of the way up to the chin and down your chest. And we just have a little bit of time left. Right hand, roll it in a circle right over that heart. Imagine a vortex of energy. That heart is a vortex, and we're now providing an energy of vortex ourselves. And you can settle it, slow it down, and settle it in. Take your left hand and place it on top of your head. You choose. Do you still desire a pelvic floor hold, or are you ready to let it all relax? Ask your heart what it desires, because this is what we're reminding us, remembering. Breathe in through the nose. 1. Allow the air to swirl into the brain, and as you exhale, let it come flow through the heart. 2. And out. And through the brain and nose. And out. And say, thank you, mind, for guiding me through this protection that you've given me. I ask that you be the co-pilot right now and allow my body to ping me gently whenever you start to take the pilot seat, and I choose for you to take the co-pilot seat. Your job, mind, is to listen to the heart. Breathe in through your mouth into the heart. 1. Exhale out. In. Out. 3. And out. Hey there, heart. I'm asking you to be the full pilot, the one in charge and the one guiding and leading me. You remind me to check in with you for every decision in my day. And it becomes so natural that my heart pilots and guides me all day long. 1 more deep breath in, how you desire. Keeping that left hand against your skin, glide it down your face, down your chin and your neck, and lay it on top of that heart hand. And may the two meld together. Feel for your heartbeat and allow it to integrate into the rest of the body beat, whether the beat you feel it in your brain or down in your low back or your feet. Let the whole body beat together as one, the heart leading the way. Thank you for coming in and practicing with me today. Take time to walk and integrate, feel into your body. Feel the difference in your neck, looking left to right. Open those shoulders, bend those knees, feel into the ankles. Where do you have more openness? And where is there less restriction? Did you feel the pressure shift? Thanks for learning the language of your body with me. I love you.